This video is about consuming healthy things. Consuming a healthy amount of parts in your life that make it healthy. And this can go across the board of a lot of things that I'm just going to cover little bit by little bit. And it's by introducing little things that change the course of how your days go, that leads to how your weeks go, to how your months go, to how your year go, to how your life goes. And I like to think on this as in little things. So how I started this myself was I picked up a book. I've been reading this book for quite some time, The Men We Need. It's a religious-based book, but not fully religious. Like, you could read this book and ignore the religious parts of this and still come on top as becoming the men we need, as given as the title. You don't need to be a Christian to read this book. Like, this book, even if you are an atheist or agnostic, or if you have a different belief, I highly recommend this book, only because you can block out, mature, and be okay with the fact that you're going to come across some Bible verses here and there. There is really purposeful, driven factors, principles in this book. And I'm not trying to market you on this book. I'm just saying I picked up this book. Anyway, it's helping me become a more of a man that's mature, that's becoming a better individual, a healthier individual, but not just based off reading this book, but the fact of reading a book that provides me more guidance in my life and becoming more driven, more of a better individual, and also more mentally healthier and happier. And just the factor of consuming a book, then, like, let's say consuming TikTok, consuming YouTube, consuming Instagram, consuming Facebook, these social media platforms that we involve in our day-to-day lives, really affect us, really affect in how we go about our lives. And it's like you make the choice: social media, the internet, or a natural way of consuming a healthy dose. And this video, it's hard to connect with people that maybe not understand what a healthy consumption is. And it's like, an example is food. Like, are you going to, I don't have any food near me, but are you going to consume junk food, snack, and just eat unhealthy foods filled with ingredients that are not healthy for you, that make you feel like shit, slow you down, make you not feel productive or motivated to do things in your life? Or are you going to choose to eat healthier? Are you going to choose to consume a healthier option? That's really what this is about, is consuming a healthier option in your life. And this goes across the board, as in, like, working out. Like, are you going to choose to hit snooze, or are you going to jump out of bed and start working on you, working out, you know? And I find in life, we are given these opportunities every second of our life. We're given these opportunities every waking moment, but yet we don't strive to achieve them. We don't strive to grab them for ourselves. And it's upsetting, but we all do it. The thing is, we all do this. We all strive for that thing that we're driven to grab and that we want. And that we sometimes, like, I'll even say it for, like, myself. Like, I've had times where I've, like, the word is on the tip of my tongue, where you, like, envision and, like, I gotta have that. It's like feeling the need, when really it's a big want, feeling the need of a huge want of wanting something. And sometimes that comes toward, like, a lifestyle. So, like, for an example, like, a rich, luxurious life is of chasing, like, the Rolexes, jewelry, which is fine. It's good to have your own types of things that you, like, idolize. The word is idolize, that you idolize, that you want so much, but you don't need them. I don't need this. As much as it helps me tell me what the time is, this helped me mature, but anyway, helped me mature in the way that I put myself with technology and stuff. And it's how you put yourself. Like it's the way of how these things consume us. It's like we think it's really just for our own fun and like way of consumption, but really no, it's really, they consume us. These things consume us severely, badly. And they're internet, EMP, like I know that's random, but like EMP, like crashes the entire internet. Satellites don't work, this and that. What do we have? What do we have that becomes useful to us to becoming better? You know, like think on that aspect as in like this, it's gonna be dead, it's gonna die, the battery's gonna die on it. Why does this matter? This matters more because it's something you consume that's healthy for you. Let's say like post-apocalyptic zombie apocalypse happens. Random, I know, probably won't happen, you never know, but just random. This is gonna become way more powerful to becoming a better individual. This, maybe if you want to create like, I don't know, a bomb. I don't know what purpose this would bring other than just counter space. But it's like, what could you bring with you along your journey in life across the board that's going to provide you more of a purpose when you consume it? And there's a healthy way that you can consume on social media for this. Let's say you're a content creator and you try to create content that's toward building purpose, giving people that vision, guiding people toward a better them. Like for me and other creators, we use our devices for that purpose, but we can also fall and slip into the consuming role of like scrolling on social media and not realize like how much it affects us. And it's upsetting, it's sad, very much so. But you got to put yourself in those situations, those environments, and kind of just see that and realize it for what it is and be like, damn, I'm really in that position. I'm really in that driver's seat. And sometimes the things that we consume in our lives takes us out of the driver's seat. It literally puts us on autopilot. We're the passenger in our own life. We're not driving. We're not the person behind the wheel directing us in the way that we want to go. The things that consume us, they change our opinions. And I know this kind of, it's not really off course, but it's a matter of how these things affect our quality of our life. Because even though I know it's the 21st century, technology is everywhere. Right here, right there, this thing, our TVs, laptops, it's everywhere. And when we consume these things, when we consume the things off of the internet, consume things off of articles, there's healthy ways to consume when you put self-control in the way that you use these devices. I find when you put yourself in environments that are healthier, putting yourself in situations as in like reading a book, going for walks, cleaning your environments, it's a huge deal. It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference in the way that we approach life, that we enter our lives every single day. When we wake up, do you choose to toss over, get on your phone and just scroll on TikTok? Or do you choose to wake up, get out of bed, breathe, be able to wake up and not just crawl out of a bed and feeling like wheezy and like, oh my gosh, I gotta go into work. I gotta go make myself breakfast. And like, after this video, I'm going to make my breakfast. I make this yogurt, oats, blueberries, and honey in a jar, and then I eat it in the morning. It's like the best, tastes amazing, healthy, homemade yogurt. My mom makes thebomb.com yogurt. With that being said, changing the way that you consume things truly gives you the upper hand in life. I think it really gives you a change in perspective. It gives you a change in the way that you take on this life. It changes the way on how you put yourself first, and most importantly, I want to say it changes you. It changes the way, it can even change the way that you look, whether it's how you dress or how you eat, changing the way that you dress, the way that you live, the way that you choose the people in your lives, the way that you choose your living situations, your surroundings, the substances that you include in your life. It goes across the board with everything. And I'm gonna be ruthless because this is a part of me that I don't think is ever gonna leave. It's quieted down, but it's a big part of me, is being an entrepreneur and thinking big. And that comes along with it is changing things in your life, changing things for the better good. And with that is like the people that you're surrounded by. And it doesn't mean cut off people. It just means take time for yourself to grow and expand. I have friends that are controlled by substances. I have friends that are financially well taken care of. I have friends that grew up in trailer parks. I have friends that grew up in nice residential areas. I have friends everywhere and anywhere. It's the way that you take that in your mind, and like, it's okay to have all those, but ask yourself, like, where are you going? Like, what type of quality of life? And this doesn't matter of like being poor, being rich. Like, you could be rich and be a douchebag, or you could be rich and be humbled, living your best life. There's across the board everywhere, whether you're poor, whether you're middle class, or whether you're rich, wealthy. And I like to think on this is, I find most, not all, but most wealthy people that are well taken good, that eat healthy, that consume healthy things, that consume things that push them toward their goals, that push them toward their purposeful selves, or more so of the way that they consume things is how it leads their life and what has led them to become wealthy. And I love that. I love that I know that. I love how that leads us to ways of being alive, and ways that we can build relationships and see these relationships in our lives change, grow, go in different directions, different paths in our journey. And I feel like this is a big thing. This is a big thing in the way that we view quality in our lives, in the way that we see the things that we consume, and how it helps us. Like, it's I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. And how it kind of paves our path, the way that it leads us in our journey, I find is very crucial, very important. But more or less, that was really it for my video today. This kind of was spur of the moment. I was reading this book, and Gonita, my cat, if you don't know Gonita, she's a sassy McSassy. I love her. I was reading my book, read like 3 chapters, and she just decided to lay on the book. So I paused my audiobook, and there was actually a part in this book that spoke about your friends, your relationships, and how you spoke on this, how like the 9/11 event that happened when the Twin Towers got crashed, and the people that were in the towers or on the ground were like, they weren't thinking about like, oh, I should go buy a new car. No, their first thought was like their loved ones, the people in their lives, the relationships in their lives, and how the relationships and focusing on the quality in our lives, and how most things that we fantasize and idolize in our lives, like I mentioned of like how we idolize social media or the internet, or like idolize like luxurious things, jewelry, watches, sports cars, mansions, this and that, Gucci bags, whatever. It's the way that we kind of put ourselves in these situations that lead us to where we're going in life, and sometimes we don't even realize it, that the things that we consume lead us to be a better individual, or even a worse individual, even at that. Too, like when I go live, The quality of my sleep goes down because I choose to stay live because of internet, social media, my presence on social media. As much as I love to help talk to people about things, there's also that part that really drags that drags the motives, the purpose, the drive in our lives. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a reminder to look and reflect on your life. Do some self-reflection on like what's going on in your life. What is in your surroundings that's stopping you from going towards your goals, going towards your purpose, driving you toward becoming a better individual, just more so becoming a better person in life and living your life, living it to your fullest potential that makes you feel loved, filled with purpose, and just fucking rocking it and doing your best. I think on that quite often, and it's unfortunate because sometimes it just takes a moment of stopping and smelling the flowers. It takes a moment of just sitting on a bench in a park and watching people fishing, people riding their bikes, people playing catch, enjoying the scenery, enjoying the sun. I know it's winter time where I live, so you can't really do that. You can, but it's not as enjoyable. But it's just those moments of like, this is life, live it, embrace it, make sure that what you're consuming is building you toward your purpose, building you toward where you're going in life and becoming your own successor. I say this as in like, I want you guys to succeed. I want you to become who you strive to become, to who you've ultimately wanted to see yourself becoming. I find that's a big thing in life is don't live to just do another day and another day, another dollar. I mean, I say that here and there sometimes, but like being real with you. Live it. Live the moment. Embrace the journey. Understand that we all cannot change our environments. We have to start by changing who we are within to truly become who we see ourselves being, as in like the things that we see within ourselves, the way that we create ourselves to become our best selves. We have to start by treating ourselves better, treating the quality that we give ourselves. That's why I tatted this tattoo on my arm. It's up to me to bring the great out of everything that I am surrounded by. It's up to me to bring the great out of everything that I'm surrounded by. And that's vice versa for the things that I consume. Is it a good, healthy consume? Is it not a good, healthy consume? Your choice. I do social media. I use it to bring purpose. Sometimes I fall off the wagon, but I understand that's okay. That's part of life. See my phone stand. Anyway, off track. And then choose a healthier option here and there. Just resonate, self-reflect, do something that isn't the norm. Do something different, be unique. I find myself at times like I'm like everyone else. I'm doing the same thing as everyone else. Change, be different, go a different path, be a different person, change for the better. Read a book, go listen to the birds, walk, start a personal brand, do something, change. Start something that's gonna do you for the better good, make you feel better, live life, live the moment. I love you guys. Yeah, that's all. Appreciate y'all. Peace out. If you like this video, like it. If you didn't like it, it wasn't something of your taste, fine, dislike it. Consider subscribing. I really appreciate that. Support goes a long way. If you go to my profile, I have my link in bio. I have all my resources, all the things that I've been working on for quite some time. I might create a Patreon. I don't know. I might create personalized videos for people, which I really am thinking on doing, but we're gonna see though. So anyway, peace out. Love y'all. Take care.